Evan Rook slammed his boot into the jammed shuttle hatch. Metal buckled with a screech. Flames licked the edges from inside. He reached in, grabbed the small furred arm of Princess Kit Leo. "Come on, kid. Move." She tumbled out, coughing, her wide eyes locked on his. Smoke billowed behind her. Raider shouts echoed down the corridor, 3 of them, armored, closing fast. Evan dragged her to her feet. Her claws scraped his suit, but she clung tight. He scanned the hall, coolant canister hissing a leak 10 meters ahead. Perfect. "Stay low," he said. She nodded, ears flat. He yanked the canister free. Frostbite cold bits his gloves. Raiders fired, plasma bolts scorched the wall beside them. Evan twisted the valve wide. Supercooled vapor exploded into thick fog. It spread fast, blinding the corridor. He scooped Leo up. She weighed like a backpack. They sprinted through the murk. Boots thumped behind. A raider cursed in guttural Valari. "The kit! Find it." Evan hit the pressure door controls. Nothing. Power dead. He dropped Leo behind a crate stack. "Stay." She whimpered but crouched. Evan cranked the manual override. Muscles burned. The door groaned halfway shut. Raiders burst from the smoke, 20 meters back. He shoved cargo pallets, spare parts, heavy, against the gap. They wedged tight. A plasma bolt punched through. It grazed his shoulder. Searing fabric. Evan ignored it. He slapped his wrist, calm. "Royal Security. This is Evan Rook, Ops Tech on Dock 7. I've got Princess Leo. Biometrics transmitting now. Send a med team. Shuttles toast. Raiders inbound." The comm crackled. "Kit secure? Hold position."
He hefted Leo again. Doors barricaded.
ETA, 2 minutes. Med inbound. Leo buried her face in his neck. Her heart raced against his chest. "You saved me." "Checklists, kid. Not leaving you." He edged along the wall, pistol drawn from his belt. "Human issue. Reliable." Raiders hammered the door. Metal dented. Footsteps thundered ahead. Royal Security. Marshal Karudask led them, hulking in powered armor. Techrook, Keru, barked. "Kit?" Evan thrust Leo forward. Medics swarmed her, scanners beeping. Keru eyed the door. "You did this alone?" "Team's off shift. Had to." Evan holstered his pistol. Keru nodded once, sharp. "Competent. Follow." They hustled to the dockside lift. Raiders' muffled explosions faded behind sealed bulkheads. Leo reached for Evan from the med stretcher. "Stay close." Medics blocked her. Evan gave a thumbs up. Lift doors shut. At the palace airlock, chaos waited. Guards in gold-trimmed armor formed a cordon. Vizier Othuanmer stood front, robes swirling, his narrow face smug. Marshal Othuhun said, voice silk over steel, "The kit lives." But this? Human? He touched royalty. Keru bristled. He rescued her, Vizier, without him. Rescue? Or opportunity? Othuhun's eyes flicked to Evan. Off-worlder techs don't wander shuttle bays uninvited. Evan crossed his arms. Leo's biometrics had pinged him on approach, protocol. But explaining to this snake? Waste of breath. Guards seized his arms. Restraints clicked. "Hey," Evan twisted. "Kid safe. Job's done. Release him. He's no raider." Othuhun smiled. "Queen Saren decides. Detain as royal asset. Life debt binds him." Life debt? Evan's jaw tightened. Alien custom? Save a royal? Owe service forever? No contract said that. They marched him through marble halls lit by hovering orbs. Valari courtiers whispered, tails twitching. Leo's med team wheeled ahead. The throne room doors parted. Queen Serene Val rose from her dais, regal in silver scales and crown spikes. Her eyes, golden slits, fixed on Leo first. "Mother!" Leo scrambled off the stretcher, restraints snapping free. She bolted to Saren, then pointed at Evan. "He pulled me out. Smoke, trick raiders gone." Saren knelt, claws gentle on her kit's fur. Then she straightened, gaze pinning Evan. Human. Name? Evan Rook.
Station Ops. You breached protocol.
Entered a royal shuttle, unbidden.
Shuttle burning, kid trapped, kicked the hatch. He met her stare, no groveling. Saren's tail flicked. Loyalty to my blood. Or ploy? Keru cleared his throat. Majesty, his actions. Crank seal, coolant fog. Raider-grade improv, no Valari tech matches it. Uthum interjected. Improv. Or sabotage masked as heroism. Raiders strike now, with him present. Coincidence? Leo growled, tiny fangs bared. Lies. He carried me. Saren silenced them with a raised claw. Silence. Human, you claim no debt? Evan shrugged against the guards. Saved the kid.
That's it, let me clock out.
Her eyes narrowed. Humans baffled her. Fierce protectors, yet they walked away? Valari loyalty chained like armor. This one's independence, screened threat. Or weapon. You wear my kit's scent.
Kassarin inhaled.
Bond forms. Life debt claims you. Royal asset. Quarters assigned. Evan's gut twisted. Protection, she corrected. Rivals circle. Vizier Othawan whispers of coups. Raiders bear his allies' marks. Otham paled. Majesty, enough. Saren waved him off to Evan. Guard Leo. Prove loyalty. Or Othahun dissects you for plots. Carew shot Evan a look, respect edged with warning. Competent, yes, but palace webs strangled outsiders. Leo tugged Evan's restrained hand. Please, you're brave. Evan sighed. Kid's eyes, trusting wide. Abandon her? Not on the checklist. Fine. Provisional.
He eyed Saren.
Can't protect zip-tied. She signaled. Guards released him. Othahun bowed, retreating with venom in his glance.
As you command, Queen. Evan rubbed his wrists.
Carew clapped his shoulder. Solid grip. Bunk near the kit's wing. I'll drill you on palace threats. Leo beamed, latching onto his leg. My protector. Saren watched, calculating. Human competence filled gaps her marshals missed. Raw, unyielding action. But unbound loyalty? She would forge it. Evan followed Lio down the corridor, Carew at his flank. Palace hummed with spies. Othahun's coup brewed. Raiders were just the spark. A guard saluted. Asset, Rook. Welcome. Not asset, Evan muttered. Leo giggled. Evan, protector, he ruffled her ears. First shift started now, but as they turned the corner, Othahun's shadow lingered in an alcove. Whispers to a cloaked figure, the human's the key. Turn the queen's asset against her. Evan's hand brushed his pistol still holstered. Checklist updated. Protect kid. Watch back. Survive politics. The palace door sealed behind them. No clocking out today. Marshal Carew Dask clamped a hand on Evan's shoulder. Move. Kit's wing. Double time. Evan matched the marshal's stride. Princess Leo skipped between them, her small claws clicking on marble floors. Guards flanked the group. 6 in total, rifles slung low. Bulkheads hissed shut behind every turn, sealing corridors like vault doors. Lockdown protocol. Carew growled. Raiders hit close. No leaks. Evan scanned the route. High ceilings arched overhead, etched with glowing runes. Servos whirred in the walls. Leo squeezed his hand. Safe now, Evan, protector? Not yet. He kept his voice steady. Checklist. Secure kid. Assess threats. They burst into a vast chamber. Throne platform dominated the center, ringed by hovering holoscreens. Queen Sarenval rose from her seat, her iridescent scales shifting under light. Courtiers parted. Whispers rippled. Mother. Leo broke free, dashing up steps.
Saren scooped her daughter close, her gaze locked on Evan.
Human. You return my heir.
Carew shoved Evan forward. Asset Rook.
Delivered intact. Evan planted his feet. Operations tech. Rescue complete. Ships waiting. Saren's tail flicked. She signaled aides. Impound the vessel.
Human craft enters Royal Dry Dock.
Evan's jaw tightened. Hold up. My crew? Silence. Saren descended the platform. Her presence filled the room. Tall, regal, eyes like polished obsidian.
You save Lio.
You are now protected royal asset. Swear the oath. A priestess approached, bearing a crystal chalice. Incense curled from its rim. Courtiers knelt. Evan crossed his arms. No oath. I don't do ceremonies. Kid was in danger. Pulled her out. Job done. Clear me for takeoff. Gasps echoed. Carew's hand hovered near his sidearm. Leo peeked from Saren's side, ears drooping. Saren's scales bristled. Refusal? You presume freedom in my hall? Crews on rotation. Ships not impounded. I walk, protect from afar if needed. Vizier Othahun Mare glided from the shadows, robes whispering. Majesty, the human disrupts protocol. Raiders exploited his independence. A threat cloaked as savior. Carew shot Othahun a glare. He punched through raider lines. Competence, not conspiracy. Saren waved them silent. She circled Evan, assessing. His stance unyielding, no deference. Humans acted without hierarchy. Raw utility, her marshals planned, this one improvised. But loyalty unbound, dangerous. Leo claims you. Saren touched her daughter's head. Life debt binds you as collateral. You serve her protection. Quarters assigned in the kit's wing. Guards rotate. Evan shook his head. Collateral? I'm no pawn. Release the ship. I'll consult remotely. Gratitude demands proximity. Saren's voice hardened. Refuse, and you challenge Val Honor.
Saren's robe.
Mother, please. Evan protector stays. Othuhun leaned in. Voice oily. The human ship holds weapons. Impoundment secures us all.
Keru stepped between them. My drills confirmed his skills.
Let him prove utility. Evan eyed the exits. Doors sealed. Guards shifted. No clean exits. Kid's eyes pleaded.
Abandoned now? Checklist vetoed that.
Fine, provisional guard duty. Till crew's extracted.
He knelt to Leo.
Stay close, kid. Saren nodded. Escort asset. Rook to quarters. Marshal Carew oversees. Carew clapped Evan's back. This way. I'll map the threats. They marched out. Laya latched onto Evan's leg again. Corridors narrowed. Royal wing, scent of spice and metal.
Othun's gaze burned from a balcony above. Evan whispered to Carew.
Vizier's plotting. Saw him earlier. Carew grunted. Always. You breathe different. He twists it. Quarters, slit open. Spartan room. Bed alcove. Console. Reinforced door. Adjacent to Leo's playchamber. View screen showed her romping with toys. Briefing. Carew activated a holomap. Red zone's pulse. Poison vents here. Sniper alcoves there. Othuhun's allies probe weak points. Evan traced routes. Blockade choke points. Carew nodded approval. Human tactics. Efficient. Leo burst in. Evan, see my stars? She pointed to glowing ceiling projections. He smiled. Bright. Like home nebulae. Door chime. Guards posted outside. Asset secured.
Evan tested the panel. Locked from command only.
Carew holstered his pistol. Rest. Drills at dawn. Alone with Lio, Evan scanned the room. Vents clean, console restricted. Kid curled on cushions, watching him.
You're staying?
Her tail wagged, till safe. He rigged a door sensor from spare wire. Jury-rigged alarm. She yawned. Sleep tugged, but Palace hummed. Distant footsteps, whispers. Dawn broke with alarms. Carew hammered the door. Up, intruders in the outer wing. Evan grabbed his sidearm, still holstered, thank God. Leo clung to him. They piled into the corridor. Guards fired. Plasma bolts scorched walls. Shadowy figures retreated. Cloaks billowing. Ambush, Carew barked. Flank left. Evan scooped Leo, pistol drawn. Covering fire. He snapped shots, precise, suppressive. One assailant dropped, clutching a thigh. Carew sealed a hatch. Othun's raiders. Testing us. Evan stroked her ears. Breathe steady, kid. Queen Saren arrived with reinforcements. Her eyes flicked to Evan's pistol. Asset performs. Evan holstered. Locks held. She nodded. Your sensor alerted first. Othun appeared behind her entourage. Coincidence, Majesty? The human's tech results.
Saren cut him off.
Evan tensed.
Integrates? No. Extract crew.
Exit palace.
Post-drill, Carew pulled him aside. Queen values you, but Othun spreads doubt. Human weapon, uncontrolled. Evan wiped sweat. Where's my ship status? Impounded. Crew quarantined. Evan cursed under breath. Checklist expanded. Free ship. Neutralize Vizier. Lio dragged him to her chamber. Play protectors, he knelt, mimicking patrols. She giggled, pouncing. Saren watched from doorway. Human bonded fast. Instinctive guardianship. Vol debts demanded control.
She signaled guards. Enhanced security.
Evening council. Evan stood at Leo's side, uninvited but unchallenged. Holos showed raider movements coordinated with palace leaks. Othahun spoke. The asset's arrival correlates, interrogate his crew. Carew slammed fist. Proof? Saren raised hand. Human, speak. Evan stepped forward. Raiders hit pre-rescue. My logs confirm. Vizier's whispers fuel this. Gasps. Othahun paled. Insolence. Fact.
Evan pulled a data chit. Intercepted comms.
Your cloak, alcove whispers.
Keru grinned. Saren's eyes narrowed, appraisal sharp. Detain Vizier Othahun. She commanded.
Investigate. Guards seized him. Othahun snarled.
The human twists loyalty. Evan ignored. Leo hugged his leg. Bond sealed. But as counsel dispersed, Saren pulled Evan close. You serve well. Life debt deepens. He met her gaze. Crew first. Gratitude Princess Leo yanked the door panel open and barreled into Evan's quarters. Her small claws skittered on the polished floor.
Evan, teach human tricks.
Now. Evan dropped his datapad. The rescue logs could wait. He knelt to her eye level. Whoa, Kit. Slow down. Where's your tutor? Leo puffed her chest. Iridescent scales flushed pink with excitement. Escaped. Boring lessons. You teach fun. Evan scanned the hallway behind her. Empty. No alarms yet. He sighed. Palace security lagged on kid-sized intruders. All right. One lesson. Her tail whipped. Yes. Protectors first. Evan stood. Practical steps. Treat it like ops training. Goal. Stay safe if bad guys come. We drill exits, cover, signals. Leo bounced. Bad guys like raiders? Like anything. He pointed. Exit 1, main door. Lock code. Tap 3 times. Whistle low. She mimicked. Tap, tap, tap. Whistle pierced the air. Good. Exit 2, vent grate. Evan pried it loose. Dust motes danced in the light. Crawl fast. Yell Rook if stuck. Leo dove in headfirst. Giggled from the dark. Rook. I'm Ghost. Evan pulled her out. Smudged cheeks. Cover. Under bed. Or behind console. No peeking. He shoved the bed aside.
Demonstrated roll. Leo copied, tumbling like a fuzzy projectile.
Signals. Fist pump for all clear. Claw slash for danger. She slashed the air. Danger. Pew. Evan grinned. Kid soaked it up. Human basics. Checklist stuff. Run it.
Pretend raiders breach. Leo dashed.
Locked door. Whistled. Vent crawl. Bedroll. Fist pump. Claw slash. Flawless in 30 seconds. Perfect. Evan high-fived her tiny palm.
You're a natural protector.
Door hissed. 2 court attendants froze in the frame. Feathered crests flared. One whispered into a comm bead. Human drills child in combat forms. Indoctrination. Evan tensed. It's safety. Not. Leo tugged his sleeve. My fault? Nah.
Evan's jaw set, misunderstanding.
Palace politics twisted everything. Stay put. Too late. Boots echoed down the corridor. Marshal Keru Dask stormed in, armor gleaming, flanked by guards. Rook. Explain.
Evan straightened.
No panic. Facts first. Princess needs skills. Raiders hit close before. Keru's eyes narrowed. Multi-lidded gaze assessed Leo's dust-streaked fur. Attendants report weapons training. Vizier Othun claims coup prep. Child as symbol. Leo hid behind Evan's leg. Evan good. Protects. Keru knelt. Softened. I see Bond. Little one. Stood. Faced. Queen rewards you. But whispers grow. Human uncontrolled. Prove loyalty. Evan crossed arms. Impound my ship. Quarantine crew. That's proof enough? Keru grunted. Respect flickered. Competence noted. But protocol demands supervision. You shadow the princess. Full-time. Guards watch. Forced proximity. Evan's checklist lengthened. Fine. Crew status. Keru signaled guards. Begin now. Leo cheered. Grabbed Evan's hand. Dragged him out. Protectors, patrol. Evan followed. Keru's squad trailed. Palace halls buzzed. Attendants bowed low. Whispers chased them. They reached Leo's chambers. Opulent. Silk drapes, hollow gardens bloomed on walls.
Laya released. Play hide-seek.
Human rules. Evan scanned. Entrances. 3. Window sealed. Modified. Safe version. You hide. I find. Signals only. She vanished behind a curtain. Evan counted aloud. Crouched low. Listened. Faint giggle. Claw slash signal from a niche. Found. Good spot. But signal early. Next round. Lio improved. Guards outside murmured approval. Door slid. Queen Sarenval entered. Regal robes swirled. Crown scales pulsed blue. Report, Marshal. Keru saluted. Human trains air in evasion. Effective. No threat. Saren's gaze locked on Evan. Calculating. Life debt binds you. Rescue proved value. Now, integrate.
Evan met her eyes.
Steady. Temporary. Crew extracts first.
Leo hugged his knee. Evan stays.
My protector. Saren's tail flicked. Amusement? Possession? Child claims you. Court sees symbol. O2Hun's allies stir from detention. They paint you weapon. Evan pulled the data chit from his pocket. Earlier intercept. Vizier's comms leaked raider paths.
He's the leak. Keru snatched it. Scanned. Nodded.
Corroborates. Sarian's spines rose. Deeper probe. Marshal, enhance Evan's access. Supervised. Keru bowed. As commanded. Evan exhaled.
Win. Laya tugged him to a play console.
Next drill. Hours blurred. Evan ran patrols with Leo. Mock threats. Real scans on his pad. Ship status pinged. Still impounded. Crew pinged back. Healthy, bored. Evening feast. Leo insisted Evan sit beside her. High table. Saren presided. Keru across. Vizier's empty seat gaped. Servants brought platters. Steaming proteins. Evan portioned Leo's higher way. Small bites. Chew. She obeyed. Court eyes watched. A noble leaned. Human feeds air. Ownership ritual. Evan ignored. Focused Leo. Sarian spoke. Debt deepens. He glanced up. Raiders circle. Drills build trust. Nods rippled. Keru smirked. Alarm blared. Hollow screens flared red. Breach. Outer perimeter. Guard surged. Keru barked orders. Saren rose.
Protect the air.
Evan scooped Leo. Bolted to cover. Drill time. Real. She clutched tight. No fear. Fist pump ready? Keru covered flank.
Human led. Evan directed. Vent route.
Go. Leo crawled. Evan followed. Tight fit. His shoulders scraped. Palace shook. Distant blasts. They emerged in sublevels. Sari's voice crackled comms. Status? Safe. Evan reported. With Rook. Guards rendezvoused. Keru clapped Evan's back. Instincts sharp. You improvised C, D, E. Raiders repelled. False flag? Athuhun's work. Back in chambers. Leo yawned. Curled. On Evan. Best protector.
Saren entered. Dismiss guards, but for Keru.
Watched the sleep. Bond forms. Val debts demand loyalty absolute. Evan stood. Human style. Earned. Not owned. Her eyes gleamed. Tested tonight. You pass. Paused. Crew releases dawn. Provisional service continues. Evan nodded. Checklist ticked. Ship free. But proximity locked. Athu on escapes custody. Whispers, human twists Queen's heir into pawn. Evan's fist clenched. New threat. Leo murmured in sleep.
Evan. Stay.
Saren smiled thin. She commands.
Court obeys. Door sealed. Evan paced. Loyalty twisted to leverage. Rivals closed in. Dawn approached. Ship awaited. But Leo's door creaked. Empty bed. Kid gone again. Evan cursed. Chase began. Palace stirred. Another lesson or trap.
He sprinted.
Hook set. Breaking in was child's play.
Political minefield. Evan burst through the garden archway. Princess Leo dangled from a low branch, giggling as thorny vines snagged her tunic. Gotcha. He scooped her down before she slipped. Guards skidded to a halt behind him, spears raised. Lio beamed up at him. Evan? Hide and seek again? Not today, kid.
He set her on solid stone. Queen's gonna skin us both.
Kerudask strode up, mandibles clicking, second breach in hours. Vizier mirror already summons. Court, public audience. Dawn. Trap smelled like Othuhun's perfume. Leo clutched his leg. He patted her crest. Guards escorted them back, flanked tight this time. Throne hall buzzed. Hollow screens flickered. Queen Seren perched on her dais, iridescent scales gleaming under spotlights. Vizier Othumer stood at her side, robes swirling like oil. Witnesses lined the benches. Nobles, aides, off-world diplomats. All eyes locked on Evan as guards marched him forward. Seren's gaze pinned him. Evan Rook, explain. He stood straight. Leo peeked from behind Carew. Routine check. Her door was open. Found her in the East Gardens. Safe. Mare stepped forward, voice silk smooth. Routine? Or coercion? Witnesses saw the human snatch the air, twice now. He spirits her away, defies palace protocols. Murmurs rippled. A noble hissed. Evan kept his face blank. Goal. Clear the air. Get back to ship. Seren leaned in. You wear no crest, human. Yet command my kit's loyalty. Title suit service. Royal Warden. Blade of Vow? No titles. Evan met her eyes. I fix ops. Rescue when needed. Payment's the deal. Ship released, service provisional. That's the trade.
Her tail flicked.
Nobles gasped. Mare's smile sharpened. Blunt. Arrogant. Proof mounts. Carew shifted beside Evan, hand on hilt.
Ali? Maybe?
Seren raised a claw. Presented Vizier. Mare activated the central hollow. Footage bloomed, grainy feed from garden vents. Laya crawled ahead. Evan followed. Cut. Evan yanked her back. Rough. Grab. Another clip. Hallway sprint. Evan hoisted her over shoulder, guards trailing like fools. See? Mir purred. He lures her into peril, coerces flight from safety. A captor, not protector. The air, enthralled. Gasps swelled. Diplomats whispered into comms. Leo whimpered. No, Evan saved me. Seren's eyes narrowed. Silence, Kit.
Evidence stands. Evan's pulse steadied.
Checklist. Verify source. Raw logs. Timestamps. Full sequence. Mare faltered. Irrelevant. Edited for clarity. Play it all. Evan pointed at the hollow console. Or it's doctored. Seren waved. Text patched in. Unedited feed scrolled. Timestamp, 4 hours, 17 minutes, and 22 seconds. Leo slipped her guards first, darted into vents alone. Evan pursued seconds later. Full audio. Her giggles echoed. Adventure! Next clip. Raiders' blasts shook walls. Leo froze in thorns. Evan covered her, scanned exits. Improvised hoist, safe extract. Hallway, alarms, wailed. Guards lagged. Evan bridged the gap. Court fell silent. Mur's scales paled. Technical glitch? Metadata. Evan stepped to console. Fingers flew over keys. Human interface, universal ports. Pulled logs, source ID, Vizier auxiliary cam. Edits at 5:42. Your station. Hollow displayed the proof. Timestamp hacks, clips stitched, audio scrubbed. Zeri's claws dug into throne. Vizier, Mur bowed low. Majesty. Misinterpretation. Arrest him. Mare bolted for side exit. Evan blocked. One punch, Mur crumpled. Nobles erupted. Leo cheered. Evan's smart. Seren rose. Human competence unmasked. Debt deepens. Her gaze softened on Leo's cling. Provisional ends. Full service or exile. Evan wiped knuckles. Ship waited.
But Leo tugged his hand.
Carew nodded respect. Choose wisely. Door seals hissed. More whispers from shadows. Othuan down, but rivals multiplied. What next? Guards hauled Vizier Mare's limp form through the side arch. His scales scraped stone.
Evan flexed his knuckles, ignoring the throb. Leo's claws latched onto his leg.
Evan stays. He fixed it. Queen Seren's multifaceted eyes locked on him. Throne shadows sharpened her silhouette. Human. Treason exposed by your hand. Debt binds us. Full service to the crown. Or depart at dawn. Choose. Evan scanned the chamber. Nobles shifted. Frills flickering unease. Carew's guards gripped spears tighter. Ship access waited beyond those seals. But Leo's wide eyes pinned him. He crouched to her level. Kid needs backup. Provisional. Till threats clear. Seren's mandibles clicked. Provisional ends now. You are royal asset. Quarters assigned. Marshal, escort. Carew stepped forward. His armored crest gleamed under dome lights.
This way, human. No hostility in his stance.
Evan nodded. Leo bounced, dragging him after the marshal. Corridors twisted through palace guts. Service vents hummed. Evan's old haunts. Leo chattered. You punched bad scales. Pow! Her tail whipped his calf. Standard response. Evan kept pace. Carew glanced back. Impressive. Vizier dodged blades for cycles. Your strike, clean. Center mass. Works on most. Carew grunted. Human anatomy favors it. Ours complicates. They reached a sealed wing. Doors parted on biolocks. Inside, Spartan chamber. Low bed, data console, viewport to thorn-choked gardens. Leo scrambled onto the bed.
Our fort? Evan dropped his toolkit.
2 doors, 1 vent. Lockdown protocols. Carew tapped a panel. Fields shimmered active. Full. Rivals stir. Mares fall ripples.
He eyed Evan. You saved Kit Leo.
Palace doctrine failed. Why pursue? Kid alone in vents. No brainer. Carew's frills relaxed fractionally. Duty binds us. But yours, voluntary.
He paused at the door. Watch shadows.
Whispers multiply. Exit sealed. Leo patted the bed. Story time. Rescue again. Evan sat. Her warmth pressed close. Furred hide, not scales like adults. Already lived it once. Tell. She curled against his arm. He recounted. Raiders breach, jammed comms, cart conversion. Her giggles filled gaps. Bond tightened fast. Trust earned in crisis. Evan checked his wristpad. Ship pinged. Departure window closing.
Alarms blared soft internal only. Console lit. Intruder alert. Service ring.
Evan bolted up. Lio froze. Bad ones. Stay. He grabbed toolkit. Hot-wired the door. Corridor dim. Emergency glows. Footsteps echoed. 2 figures, cloaked. They spun. Blasters raised. Human asset. Surrender. Evan dove behind a pillar. Bolt-scorched stone, not palace guard. Queen's pet ends here. Hiss of alien tongues. Rivals hirelings. He yanked a panel. Exposed conduits. Jammed a probe. Lights flickered. Doors slammed shut behind them. Funnel tactic, palace edition. They blasted wild. Evan rolled, screwdriver in fist. First lunged. Evan sidestepped, drove tool into knee joint. Crack. Figure crumpled. Second fired low.
Evan twisted, felt heat graze arm, grabbed the fallen blaster.
Single shot. Disarmed. Pinned the throat. Who sent? Gasp. Othuhun's allies. Human weakness. Exposes Queen. Evan zip-tied wrists with cable. Dragged them to console. Uploaded IDs. Carew's voice crackled. Report. 2 down. Service ring, your wing. IDs pinging. Secure. Holding. Leo peeked from door. Evan fixed again. He ruffled her crest. Stay put next time.
Carew arrived minutes later. Guards cuffed the pair.
Marshall scanned Evan's burn. Minor. Med gel. Evan waved it off. Checklist item. Carew nodded sharp respect. Queen's summons followed. Escort marched Evan to throne vault, smaller, private. Saren waited alone. Hollow maps swirled. Rival houses lit red. You repel assassins. Her voice hummed calculation. Asset proves value.
Evan stood easy.
She circled. Claws brushed his shoulder. Testing. Humans guard young fiercely. Leo claims you. Palace sees symbol. Queen's human shield. Evan tensed. Not a shield. Back up.
Misread. Saren halted.
Eyes gleamed. Life debt demands control. Serve fully, Leo's sworn protector. Or exile severs bond.
Leo burst in, evading guards.
Mama. Evan's mine. She hugged his leg. Sarian softened, mandibles parted. See? Bond forges loyalty. Kid safe. That's the deal.
Deal binds.
Sarian signaled. Quarters expand. Proximity enforced. Back in enlarged suite. Forced now. Lio dragged toys. Evan jury-rigged sensors on vents. Carew dropped supply crate later. Rivals claim breach proves weakness. Your rescues, fuel it. Queen leans on offworlder. Evan calibrated a drone. She leans on results. Carew watched. Discipline matches ours. Rare. He unpacked protein bars, human compatible. Eat. Night watch rotates. Alone after, Leo snored soft. Evan monitored feeds, whispers leaked. Human weapon. Queen owned. Misread protection as chains. Dawn console pinged. Public feed, Leo's procession replay, edited clean. Crowds cheered. Kit's guardian, symbol spread. Vizier Aduhum's successor emerged, Lord Vexar, Mur's kin. Hollow speech. Raiders repelled by alien? Crown falters. Sarian's response. Asset secures future. Evan's wristpad buzzed.
Ship captain. Extract window gone.
Leo stirred. Evan?
Bad dreams? He dimmed lights.
All clear.
But vault seals hissed distant. Keru Komet, assembly called.
Rivals push vote claim assets. Evan grabbed toolkit. Leo's hand slipped into his. Forced proximity deepened. Queen owned the narrative. Palace shook. Subtle. Another breach? Keru burst in. Human. With me. Kubrus. Evan nodded. Leo clung. Together. They moved. Shadows whispered louder. What brewed next? Keru slammed the vault doors wide. Guards flanked the assembly chamber, their scales bristling under holographic lights. Evan gripped Leo's hand tighter. Toolkit slung over his shoulder. Whispers hissed from the tiered benches. Nobles in jewel-crusted robes, eyes locked on the central dais. Queen Saren rose from her throne, her elongated limbs unfolding like a blade.
Evan Rook, your vigilance honors us.
Her voice echoed, amplified by the chamber's acoustics. She gestured to a pedestal. A holocontract shimmered into view. Royal Guardian Eternal. Lifelong service. Full provision. Scandal ends. Evan scanned the terms. Permanent. No exit. Leo tugged his sleeve, eyes wide.
He knelt to her level.
Stay close. Then stood, facing Saren. Appreciate the offer, but Eternal's not my style. Gasps rippled through the hall. Keru tensed beside him, hand on hilt. Saren's crest flared. Irritation? Life debt demands binding. Crowds chant Kit's guardian. Accept, or chaos spreads. Chaos from loose ends. Let's fix that. He tapped code, projecting a new hollow beside hers. Plain text scrolled. Protection for Leo. Duties. Secure perimeter. Train basics. Report threats. Terms. Monthly review. Exit clause. 30 days notice. Mutual. Compensation. Gear access. Quarters. No chains.
Nobles leaned forward. Saren's eyes narrowed.
Contract's a contract. Clear terms keep everyone safe.
He highlighted the exit line. Kids priority.
Not ownership. Keru grunted approval. Practical? Like our field ops.
Saren signaled pause.
Discuss privately. Vizier Othumur stepped forward, his robe swirling like oil. Hollow screens bloomed around him, clips of Evan's rejection, edited sharp.
Insult to the crown. Offworlder spurns eternal bond.
Queen weakens us all. Murmurs exploded. Vote loyalty, a noble shouted. Othum smiled thin. Assembly demands, bind the asset or exile him. Raiders circle, prove strength now. Saren's guards shifted. Kuru muttered, leak was his. Mayor's kin pushed consent. Evan checked his pad. Public feeds lit with the clip. Crowds outside roared confusion. Leo whimpered, pressing against Evan's leg. He scooped her up, one arm free for toolkit. Goal, steady her. Conflict, vote escalating. He whispered, breathe, kid. We got this. The chamber vote activated. Hollow orbs floated, nobles pulsing green or red. Saren stood rigid. Proceed. Truth binds. Othun tallied fast. Exile leads. 60%. Karu's blade half drew. Evan felt the shift. Guards loyal to Saren outnumbered, but nobles swayed. Then Leo wriggled free. She darted forward, tiny claws clicking on the dais stone. Stop! Her voice pierced the din, pure and shrill. Nobles froze. She climbed Saren's throne base, facing the assembly. Evan's mine. Saren reached. Leo, chosen protector. Leo slapped her paw on an ancient glyph etched into the throne arm. It glowed faint, pulling chamber archives. Hollow text unfurled. Custom of the Kit's oath. Clause 7. Hair under 12 may name guardian by blood touch. Irrevocable till maturity. Overrides adult decree. Dead silence. Othu paled. Scales blanching. Ancient relic. Unenforced for cycles. Leo pointed at Evan. He saved me. Jumped vents. Fought raiders. My protector. She ran back, slamming into Evan's legs. He steadied her, eyes on Saren. The queen's crest pulsed. Shock. Calculation. Keru barked a laugh. Law stands.
Kit invokes. Nobles erupted.
Greens flipped. Othu Hun hammered his podium. Manipulation, human coaches the child. Evan ignored him, crouching. Leo, that true? You sure? She nodded fierce, hugging his neck. Together always. Like you said.
Saren descended the dais. Her hand hovered near Evan's shoulder, hesitant.
Oath binds you now. Her choice. Voice low for him. But rivals twist this.
Mare plots deeper.
Then we watch vents. All of them. He rigged a quick sensor from toolkit, clipping it to Leo's collar. It beeped. Active motion bioscan. Keru clapped his back. Discipline saves thrones. Rotate watch with me.
Deal.
Contract still stands? For clarity.
She inclined her head. Amend to oath.
Exit. Negotiable at maturity. A probe. Testing his steel. Othun stormed off dais, whispering to kin. Public feeds exploded. Kit's oath revived. Human hero. But Evan's pad pinged private ship captain again. Storms cleared. Extract. Viable. Pull now? Leo yawned against him. He dimmed the alert. Not yet. Assembly dissolved in chaos. Guards herded nobles out. Saren led them back to quarters, expanded now with oath-sealed doors. Leo dragged Evan to her play nest, piling toys.
Show trick! Sensor 1.
He knelt, demonstrating calibration. Saren watched from archway, Keru at her side. Human normalcy, Keru said. We train cycles for such rigs. Evan shrugged.
Checklists work, but shadows lingered in his scans. Vault seals flickered odd.
Night fell. Leo snored, collar sensor green. Evan patrolled perimeter, drone humming low. Keru joined sharing protein rations. Othun leaks more. Claims Othun faked. Vote redux tomorrow.
Evan nodded.
Rig backups. He synced drones to Palace Net. Subtle overrides. Saren entered alone. You refuse titles, yet child change you. Her fingers brushed Leo's fur. Why protect so? Kid needs it. Simple. He met her eyes. No threat, just fact. She tilted head. Independence threatens rule, yet results. Alliance forms? Protection first. He handed her a sensor remote. Yours now. Dawn console blared. Keru burst in. Nair rallies holdouts. Armed escort demands entry. Inspect oath authenticity. Evan grabbed toolkit. Leo clutched toy drone. Saren signaled guards. Doors hissed. Othun's voice boomed outside. Yield the asset. Evan checked scans. 6 hostiles in vents. Breach incoming.
He armed drone swarm.
Keru grinned. Together. Leo whispered. Evan's plan? He nodded. Always. But palace alarms wailed. Crew ignited. Keru slammed the oath-sealed door shut. Blaster fire scorched the metal outside. Evan crouched low. Drone swarm buzzing at his command. Leo huddled behind him, clutching her toy drone like a shield. Swarm left vent, Evan barked. Drone streaked into the ducts, tasers crackling. Screams echoed from the grates. Keru nodded sharp. Athuhun's men. I take proof now.
He tapped his comm.
Raid on my mark. Evan synced the Palace Net override. Cameras flickered live on his wristpad. Othuhun's office, data slates glowing. Keru burst from a side passage. Armored team behind him. Alarms shrieked louder. Leo whimpered. Evan scooped her up. Stay tight. Drones hold the line. Keru's voice crackled over comm. In position. Breaching.
Evan watched the feed. Keru's boot kicked the door.
Guards poured in. Athuhun spun from his desk, robes flaring. Marshal. This outrage. Quiet. Keru snatched a slate. Hollow logs projected. Timestamps matching the raiders' ship signatures. Coordination with off-world scum. You armed the breach. Othun snarled. Lies.
The human faked it.
Queen judges now. Evan's drones zapped the last vent intruder. Bodies slumped, silence fell, broken only by Leo's quick breaths.
Saren swept in, guards flanking, her eyes locked on the downed foes.
Report. Keru knelt, slate extended. Vizier plotted with raiders. Logs confirm. She scanned the hollow. Claws tightened. Traitor. Voice boomed to all comms. Vizier Athuhun Mur stripped of authority. Emergency powers invoked. Tribunal assembles at dawn.
He spat at Evan.
You'll rot here. Saren ignored him. Turned to Evan.
You held the nest.
Evan set Leo down. She clung to his leg. Drones did the work. Kid safe.
Saren's gaze sharpened. Safety demands price.
You train my guards. then depart.
Evan checked his toolkit. Sensors green.
Contract terms? Her tail flicked. Oath binds you asset. Life debt.
He pulled up a blank slate. I train drone rigs.
You guarantee shuttle lift in 7 cycles. Open diplomatic channel to human reps. No chains. Karu grunted approval.
Lio tugged Evan's hand.
Teach me too? Saren tilted head.
Studied him.
Independence. Intriguing.
She signed the slate with a claw tip.
Agreed. Train well. Evan added the final clause. Departure timestamp locked. Thumbed his print. Deal. Dawn light filtered through vaulted slits. Tribunal chamber hummed with nobles. A Thuhun chained at center. Snarling denials. Saren presided from dais. Karu at her side. Evan stood back. Leo perched on his shoulder. She whispered. Papa bad? Politics, Evan murmured. Focused on his wrist pad. Drones prepped for demo. Saren raised claw. Proof damns you, Vizier. Raiders bore your codes. Othuhun lunged. The human.
He overrides nets! Spy weapon!
Murmurs rippled. Karu stepped forward. Human aids us. Saved Kit thrice.
Saren silenced them. Tribunal finds guilt.
Exile to rim worlds. Seize assets. Guards hold Othuhun out. Chamber exhaled.
Saren beckoned Evan.
Your turn. Show them. He nodded to Leo.
She hopped down, beaming.
Evan activated demo swarm. Drones whirred into formation, scanning the room. Nobles gasped as hollow threats projected. Raiders, vents, shadows. Checklists, Evan said. Voice steady. Sync sensors. Prioritize kid. Overrides block breaches.
Cycles to master. Human dozen breaths.
A noble probed. Why share? Protection scales. Train right, no repeats.
Saren watched Leo mimic drone gestures. Pride gleamed in her eyes.
Effective. Guards. Assemble for lessons. Cycles blurred. Evan drilled squads in the yard. Drone zipped, guards dodging tasers. Karu matched him stride for stride, adapting fast. Flank left. Evan called. Guards pivoted. Good. Nets live now? Karu grinned. Palace sealed. No leaks. Leo shadowed every session, collar sensor blinking as she piloted a mini drone. Evan tweaked it for her claws. Gentle throttle. She whooped as it looped. Saren observed from balcony, notes scrolling. One dusk, post-drill she approached. Training exceeds. Guards competent. Evan wiped sweat. Basics stick. You refuse titles. Wealth, her voice probed. What chains human loyalty? Kid asked. I deliver. He glanced at Leo, chasing fireflies with her drone. Saren's claws brushed his arm. Light, testing. Bond forms, yet you depart. Promised. Evan met her gaze. Door swings both ways. Channel open? She signaled calm. Human envoy pinged. Cycles away. Final cycle dawned. Evan packed toolkit. Leo dragged her feet. Toy drone clutched tight. Visit? She pleaded. Evan knelt. Sensors say yes. Promise.
Karu clapped his shoulder. Shuttle prepped.
Escorts honor you.
Saren waited at gantry.
Palace banners snapped in wind. Guards lined path saluting. Evan walked steady, Leo's paw in his. Saren fell in step. Contract honored. Released. He handed her master remote. Partner remote. Ping if breaches. Her eyes widened fraction. Claws accepted it. Bold human. Channel stays open. Return, welcome.
Leo hugged fierce. Tears wet his shirt.
Evan ruffled her fur. Strong now. Protect nest. Shuttle ramp hissed down. Escorts halted at perimeter. Evan boarded. Hatch ceiling. Engines thrummed. He watched Palace shrink. Wrist pad pinged. Diplomatic channel live. Queen's sigil glowed. Freedom locked in. Like any repair job. Diagnose, fix, sign off. But Leo's toy drone schematic lingered in his files. Just in case.